starting you first because last time all I got was a picture, not the actual video. So now hopefully we're recording on both cameras, syncing up cameras in 3, 2, 1, check, check. So for today, we are going to be talking about riding in hot weather. Even though today it's kind of cold, so that's why I'm plugging in my heated gear. It's like high in the 60s, and it's starting off today in the low 40s. So today I will even turn on my heated grips. So yeah, talking about riding in hot weather when it's not hot weather yet, wearing heated gear. It's all going to come together, I promise. Let's go to work. And today is Friday, June 10th. So this is actually below normal weather. Lower than average temps for our area. But heated gear sure makes it nice to keep riding, not freezing my tailbone off. June 10th, so obviously I am back from Babe's Ride Out. So when I got back, I like to catch up on everybody's other YouTube stuff. Blockhead, Sorrel, Ed. Hey Ed, how are you doing? Good to see you back. And of course, Jess over at Her Two Wheels. And she had this video where she was talking about meeting up with her husband. And when she started out, it was so hot that she didn't wear her jacket. And she mentioned that she ended up getting dehydrated and a migraine and literally having a meltdown. So Jess, I apologize for not getting this video out there sooner. I've made that same mistake, and here's how you can avoid it. Welcome back, returning subscribers. Welcome new subscribers. For those that don't know me, my name is Dawn, aka Irish Bob's sister. And I work full-time as the marketing manager over at Caprara Harley-Davidson, as well as being a motorcycle mentor and life coach in training. And my training is actually ending this month, guys. End of this month. I should be, if all goes according to plan, certified life coach. So if you're looking for helpful tips and tricks about motorcycling, head on over to my website, irishbobsister.com. Check out my blog. Check out my Skillshare class. And there is also, if you want a one-on-one support network, if you want to improve your riding, if you want to work towards a goal, if you have a transition coming up. It doesn't necessarily have to be about motorcycling. You don't even have to be a biker. That's just the whole reason that I became a life coach in the first place, was to help those who are new to motorcycling or returning back to the sport after a time away, working with you to gain that confidence and continue riding and having fun. riding in the heat. As I mentioned, Jess was saying that it was too hot for her gear, she felt. And then she ended up not stopping enough and not drinking enough water and not taking her electrolytes. But here's the thing. So, when I was a kid growing up in the 70s, food dehydrators had just come out for like the public to use, right? So Ron Popeil, I'm totally dating myself right now. The first infomercials where he showed off how you can save money and extend the shelf life of your food without any preservatives. And here's how. The food dehydrator itself was just a bunch of plastic trays that all fit one on top of the other, and then a lid. And at the bottom was like a heating element and a fan to circulate the warm air, which would gradually dry out the food. And we dehydrated a lot of stuff. And when I heard Jess speaking about her experience, I recall a time where something similar had happened to me. I was stuck in traffic around Boston, shocker, on my Dyna, heat coming off of the motor. I literally had to stop early because I had a meltdown. I started having a headache because I was not hydrated. That then turned into a migraine because I was not hydrated, and all I could think about was just how fast can I get off this bike. And that's not safe riding conditions. Cold, too cold or too hot. Because when you are too hot or too cold on the bike, then that begins to affect you physically. First thing about wearing protective riding gear is that you're protected. You know, skin is an organ, guys. And if you lose enough of it, you could lose your life. If you're on a long motorcycle trip, especially one where you have to be somewhere at the end of the day, it is actually in your best interest to wear your protective riding gear. And of course, in the summer, it doesn't have to be a leather jacket, guys. There's plenty of nylon jackets, textile jackets out there with venting that will help keep you cool. Mesh riding jackets that will help keep you cool. You can even get those quick cool systems where you soak the pack in cold water, put it in the vest, put that underneath your jacket, and then open up the vents, and it kind of works like an air conditioning. That will help keep you cool. But the main reason I'm saying to wear your protective riding gear even when it's too hot out is because in that heat, you've got the sun beating down on you, and you've got the warm air moving over your skin if it is exposed. And guess what? That's exactly like that dehydrator that I talked about that I had when I was a kid back in the 70s. So, lesson for today. ATG, ATT. Now, if you're just starting out, you might be seeing that good riding gear is kind of on the expensive side. There are alternatives. And my mouth isn't working so well this morning because I haven't had coffee. Well, it doesn't necessarily have to say Harley-Davidson, okay? You can get off-brand, aftermarket stuff that for the most part usually is just as good as the brand name stuff. You can shop the clearance racks, garage sales, eBay, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, there's plenty of good places to find good used gear and save a little coin that way too. I would recommend a seasonal jacket, something to what I'm wearing, similar to what I'm wearing, because that way you'll get more uses out of it. So this jacket is waterproof. It also has venting that I can open up so I can keep cool as well as look cool. Sorry, I had to throw that one in there. Harley has a similar jacket now that just came out, so I will throw a link up to that. Again, it's not cheap, but look at the cost of it the other way. Like when I had my meltdown, I had already had hotel arrangements. It's too late to cancel. So I paid for a room that I didn't even sleep in. And literally it could have cost me my life. Because as I said, that migraine just took over and I was still riding. I still had to get to somewhere to spend the night. So yeah, I paid for 2 hotel rooms that night. So when you look at the price tag, also look at what you could not be paying for by having the appropriate gear. And of course, the other ways to combat dehydration is to hydrate. Hydrate well before your trip if it's going to be hot. You should stay hydrated anyways. Stop often, drink water. Electric lights, of course, definitely do help. Those cooling towels that you can soak in cold water and drape across your neck, that helps. Take plenty of water with you. There's plenty of backpacks these days and saddlebag liners that are actually coolers that will help keep your water cool. And then, like I said, just make a plan to stop. Maybe it's every 100 miles. Maybe it's every hour. You're going to have to gauge that for yourself. Because you know you the best. Nobody else knows you like you do. So just have that plan in place before you guys go and wear your gear. Please, 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 please. I cannot say that enough. Wear your gear. appreciate it if you like this video. Well, first off, actually, if you see something I missed, tips, tricks, how do you deal with the heat? Let me know in the comments below. Do you have a story like mine and Jess's, where you had a meltdown or froze, where it was too cold and you still went out riding? Let me know in the comments below. I greatly appreciate it. I'd like to hear from you guys. And if you like this video, let me know by giving me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, then hit that subscribe button. And if you want to be notified when I upload new content, then click that bell. Until the next time, please ride safe. Be kind to one another, no matter what the temperature is. Ride when you can, and have fun.